What's up, guys? Chris the Chef Sports Cards here. We are doing 2023 Topps Heritage. Third case break number 8. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry we're running a couple minutes late. Had some issues with Series 2 running long, and then I screwed something up in the listing. I don't know, whatever. We're here now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Especially if you're new to the channel, welcome. A little bit about us. We've been around for over 5 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading. We ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks. When we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So if you subscribe to the channel, your name will go on the random, and who knows? Maybe the next free break, your name will pop. We'll see. Let's go over the teams. D-backs, Joseph R. Braves, Brian S. Orioles, Matthew T. Red Sox, Anthony M. Cubs, Chris L. White Sox, Ryan E. Reds, Richard R. Guardians, Kevin D. Rockies, Tigers, Royals, Astros, Kyle M. Angels, Kenneth P. Dodgers, Kyle M. Brewers, John T. And Twins, Chris F. Marlins, Kyle M. Mets, Brandon R. Yankees, or Joseph R. A's, Kyle M. Phillies, Jason E. Pirates, Ron L. Cardinals, Scott P. Padres, Robert H. Giants, Kyle M. Mariners, Joel Z. Rays, Kyle M. Rangers, Jason E. Blue Jays, Joel Z. And finally, Nationals, Kyle M. All righty. Let's open some cards. So, as I was telling everybody earlier, just a housekeeping issue, most of you know about the whole eBay situation where next month things are going to get shut down. Well, now it seems like everybody's getting shut down for about a month. We have been invited to come back with the new program that they're doing. There's a Pete Alonso box stopper for the Mets, for Brandon. But they're going to do some kind of, I don't know what to call it, approval process, so-and-so. They haven't told us anything about it yet. So, that being said, we'll basically keep doing breaks through eBay until the end of July. Then basically August, we won't be able to post breaks. So we'll use our website. We're going to use Facebook. We're going to use Instagram. I'm going to start next week. So keep an eye out. The best thing you can do is, if you like our breaks and want to be in our breaks and so on and so forth, if you go to our website, chefsportscards.com, and open an account there, all you have to do is put in your information. I'll have your email, Schmidt opening day walk-off, and I'll be able to, email you, let you know what we have coming up, so on and so forth. I mean, if we don't break in August, it's not the biggest deal in the world. I would like us to continue through the month and some amount, whatever it is. So we'll see. But just keep an eye out. Like I said, I'll talk about it more. I'm going to be talking about it in every break, no matter what. But as we start to post on, say, Facebook and our website and stuff like that, I'll keep you guys informed. And hopefully, in August, we'll still get some breaks. And Astros World Series card. John, your Yelich, your package was put together before we did the Yelich thing, so I'll send it in this week's package. Just FYI. Alvarez rookie. Josh Jung, new era performance. Riley Green rookie, and oh man, look at that thing. Yeah, baby. Corbin Carroll image variation rookie for the D-backs from my man Joseph. There you go, buddy. Nice hit. Telling you, this case. If it wants to get in the sleeve, it'd be even better. Gotta hate these sleeves. That, my friend, is a good start right there. It's an awesome card. Very nice. We were just debating whether or not he could win Rookie of the Year. Yeah, I considered tearing your package open and redoing it, and I was like, nah, I'll wait until next week. So, believe me, this week was tough. I had to do everything. All my guys were. See, I employ a lot of. Well, my entire sorting staff was at senior week this week, so all those breaks last weekend I had to take care of by myself, which is fine. I did it, believe me, for like the first 3 years we were around. I sorted every break that ever came through, but I hadn't done that much by myself in a while. So I was, oh man, I was fried by the end of all that observation deck on Sears Tower. But everything out is out and on their way. Those who won free boxes last week, they're all on their way. I had to find a box to put that super box in. That was a pain. Brett Beatty rookie. But they are on their way. Or some of you probably have them already. Some went out on Monday, so. Yeah, Joe, that'll cover the night for you, buddy. It's an awesome hit. Jealous. I'm jealous of your hit. Joe, high number. Grissom rookie. Yes, we had a hot box in the first 4 boxes of this case. This case so far has done nothing but put out. Continue as we go. Last week I had only posted 4 boxes of it, and it was pretty good first 4 boxes. So. Caleb Killian. So let's hope it continues. The Corbin Carroll's a good start, that's for sure. Yeah, we've done okay in Heritage. We killed it last week. Yeah, Heritage hasn't been too bad. Matthew Boyd, high number. Series 2, we've been crushing in Series 2, and tonight wasn't too great, but that has been almost ridiculous, to be honest with you, for a flagship product. They're not always easy to hit big hits in. Vasquez Rockefeller becomes 41st vice president of the U.S. Now, I was only like a year old when that happened. I don't know why that's a big deal, but why anyone cares about the vice president is beyond me. Kopech. And Donovan. It's a cool card. I don't think I noticed that one before. Yeah, hold on to it. Grade it and hold on to it. Wait for him to. It'll go up. The way he's been playing great. Christian Javier, high number. Oh, these cards drive me crazy. Gotta get my Emery board out. Araz, New Age Performers. It's that stuff they put on him too. What'd you say it's called, John? Oxy something? The powder or whatever? Oh, it's the worst on these cards. And for Kansas City, Clubhouse Collection, Bobby Witt. Kansas City's Kyle, my man Kyle. There you go, buddy. Adley rookie. Oxy powder. That's it. Thank you. It's like a combination between the oxy powder and the material these cards are made out of. It's so weird on your fingers. They get like slippery. And I complain about it every time we open them. I know that. Yasmani Grandal, high numbered. I don't think there's a heritage break that's gone by that I haven't said something about it. Everyone's like, yeah, we get it. Shut up. Dalton Guthrie, the newest giant as of a few hours ago. So does anybody else think that the guys who went down in the sub and exploded are a bunch of idiots for going down there in the first place? I don't understand what people need to do to get excitement in their lives. I really don't. Like, I saw an interview with what's his name, James Cameron today, who did Titanic, and he's been down there like 30, 40 times at the wreck. And he was saying that like people had actually written letters to that company to say that it was like unsafe. That, I mean, these guys went down there and literally like exploded. I don't know. I don't need that kind of on the edge to get a little happiness in my life. I realize they're all super rich, wealthy people, but it's okay. Vinny Rookie. Right? I just, like, when they were searching for him, my wife and I were talking about it. I was like, I think they're idiots for going down there in the first place. Like, it's really interesting that the Titanic's down there, but you can send me pictures. I'll look at the pictures and go, wow, cool. I don't need to go down there and see it. It's like I am fascinated with space, but honestly, I don't think I'd ever go into space unless I had to. Like, and I know that sounds, some people that sounds like crazy, but, and I am really fascinated with space, and especially like in the 60s and stuff, when like I watch everything that had to do with like Mercury and Apollo and all that, because those guys were nuts what they did. Like, I don't know how many of you ever been to the Smithsonian, Willie Adamas high number, and seen like those capsules and stuff that they went up there. They literally like got in a tin can, lit their ass on fire, and went up into the space. Like, I couldn't even sit in one of those for 5 minutes without freaking out, and would no less travel 250,000 miles to nowhere. Look at that. Nice buyback. Marty Patine for the Royals. Let's learn a little bit about Marty here. Played from 68 to 73. Well, he might have played longer than that, but the Angels, the Pilots, the Brewers, the Red Sox. ERA of 370. He was 71 and 70. There you go for the Royals. Kyle. Yeah, I'm with you, Joe, all the way. I realize that super, super wealthy people feel like they need to do things just to prove that they're super wealthy. Like, oh, I'm so rich, I can go on this sub and go down to the Titanic. Well, okay, good for you. Like, that doesn't impress me in any way, shape, or form. Like, I don't know. And of course, they're searching for him for days and spending all this money. And it's like, those dudes are dead. Seriously? Like, why are you wasting your time? It's not like they're on another planet and looking around or anything. They can't get out and go for a stroll. If they're not answering you, they're most likely just gone. It was weird too, because if you see the interview with James Cameron, it was actually really interesting because I just happened to see it tonight when I was kind of flipping through some, news articles. And not only had many people in the community said that sub and taking people down there was unsafe, like to the point where people like wrote letters and said, but he kind of like outlined the fact of how safe it is like I guess they do a lot of deep water expeditions all around the world, even for money, for rich people or whatever. He's like, we don't have accidents like this, but everyone knew this was going to happen with this sub for whatever reason. Um, so, and he kept, of course, shameless self promotion. He kept relating it back to the Titanic. It's just like the captain of the Titanic knew there were icebergs out there, knew it was a moonless night, and just kept going full speed. He's like, this guy knew that this thing was unsafe, but still went down there, and I don't know, like that. There was a guy and his kid in there. Like, I don't know. It doesn't sound like a smart thing to do. Musgrove black border for the Padres. That's a good looking card. My man Robert. Here you go, bud. Yeah, because they were talking about like, oh, they're hearing noises. Like they were trying to make it sound like, oh, maybe these guys are banging on the hull of that thing. The craziest part is go. There's a video. I just saw it before we started the breaks. I guess it was like a promotional video for the company where they gave a tour of that submersible. The thing's nothing but like a tube with a computer screen in it. It's not like who the hell would want to sit in that thing anyway? you know, like Isaac Paredes. I don't know. I know people out there are into that stuff, and that's fine. I mean, I just don't. I don't know how much money. I don't think I'd have enough money to look for that kind of thrill in my life. Daylight savings time. Oh yeah, you just saw it. What's up, Robert? How you doing, buddy? Shohei Morale rookie. Marcus Stroman. Like, I don't know. I know I keep coming back to this, but it's one thing if you're paid to kind of go and do that and, map the bottom of the ocean and you're a scientist, but to do that for fun and to die like that, like, it sounds ridiculous to me. I don't know. Nolan Gorman rookie, which look, I guess you could say the same about any dangerous activity, I suppose. Why do people climb Mount Everest or whatever? But guess what? I don't need to do that either. Me. It sounds like enough excitement for my life. Literally using like a PS3 controller to drive that thing. It's so weird. I don't know. I can only imagine how much they. I'd love to know how much they spent to go on that trip that killed them. Astros World Series card, like I'm sure it probably cost them like 10 million a piece or something like that. Oh yeah, I know. Matt, I couldn't either. The claustrophobia alone, I can't even look at that without feeling sick to my stomach. Yeah, I couldn't do that either. I mean, that's a different story. Yeah, from a claustrophobic angle, there's no way I could do that. But that's why, like I said, when I see those, like I said, I'm so fascinated with those guys in the '60s who went up and into space. Corbin Carroll rookie, like I I don't know how they did it. To be honest with you, Josh Smith rookie for Texas, number 229 of 999. So there's a I don't know how much you guys do or don't know about the space program, but one of the reasons why Neil Armstrong, or one of the big reasons why Neil Armstrong was the first guy on the moon, was he had a mission like maybe a year or two before that. I forget which one it was number wise, but and it was a docking mission. It was very important for them to kind of go along their steps as to getting to the moon, and they docked with this. I think it was called the Agena or something like that. It was like another vehicle, and somehow they went into a spin and really went into like a really bad spin to the point where like his co-pilot passed out, and he really should have passed out. I mean, they're lucky they didn't die. It's actually amazing that they didn't. Well, that capsule is in the Smithsonian. I went down and saw it. This is maybe 10 years ago or so. I mean, it is literally like two seats next to each other like this, and they stayed in there for days. And I'm like, my God, how do you do that? Like, you can't move, you can't get off, you can't do anything. And oh, yeah, by the way, you're out here in space where, anything happens, you're completely helpless. Quarter 250. Oh, really? That's it? Wow, almost thought it would have been more. That's still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. I could think of I don't know, maybe 75 or 100 things better to spend that on. Jordan Clubhouse collection for Houston, for Kyle. 250K. You could, buy yourself a weekend with a, which would be much more exciting. Yeah, it is. It's literally a sardine can. That's true. It's, I don't know. Look, it's the same, like I said, as people who climb Everest and whatever. And don't get me wrong, from an athletic side, it's amazing. But I mean, they say like people who climb mountains like that, like you get to certain parts of the mountain, like on Everest, they call it like the dead zone. You're literally dying while you're up there. Like, I don't know what, I guess it's to prove something to yourself, but not only could I not do it, but I don't need to prove that to myself either. I don't know. Lance McCullers. Yeah, and like the combined wealth on that thing was like crazy between the people who were on there. Nick Allen high numbered. Like the father and son were like the wealthiest from the wealthiest family in Pakistan or something like that, and the other guy was like a British billionaire. Like it's people with too much money. That's all it comes down to. Raz New Age. They had to keep moving to avoid. Really? Wow. Yeah, I don't. Adley rookie. I don't know. If I want to see stuff under the water, snorkeling sounds good to me. If it's farther down than 10 feet, I don't need to see it. There's a reason why it's down that far. Akil Badu high numbered for the Tigers. You always hear people too, well, we know more about space than we know about our own planet. Well, that's not my fault. That's why I learned how to cook and open cards. Riley Green on the box topper for Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. Darwin of the Year guy. That's so funny. I haven't heard that in years, that Darwin Award. That's so funny. I forgot all about that. Yeah, they should be up there. Darwin Awards. Oh, God. You were so funny. I haven't heard that in years. Then and now, Bench and Alonso. It's Nito high numbered for the Mets. I'm sorry, and call me. I don't know what you're going to call me after this. Don't get me wrong. I feel just like anybody, search and rescue is, certainly necessary. But honestly, now that you know what they did and how they died, I'm sorry, but his family should pay for all that, not taxpayers. Nolan Gorman, rookie image variation. Very nice one for the Cardinals. Scott, there you go, buddy. Like, you chose to go down there in this thing. You knew full well this could happen. You're paying for all this. Now, give them a couple weeks, let them grieve a little bit before you hit them with that bill, but they can afford it. Eric Haas, high numbered for Detroit. My wife's feeling was, well, it was a good way to go. It's like split second, from what I read, which is true. I guess they don't know what happened to them. They literally just like imploded. I suppose that's a positive for them. It's not like they suffered. Garvey shines. Harris rookie. Yeah, somebody should. Somehow it'll be on us. Taxpayers will pay it. They had a lot of equipment out there. I also wonder why it took them so long. Jordan Walker, rookie. Why it was so hard for him to find. Like, I mean, ultimately, it was like 4 or 5 days, but when they found it today, they literally said it was like right in like a few hundred yards from the Titanic. So I don't. I mean, granted, you're underwater very deep. I realize that, but maybe just because they were trying to, figuring they were actually looking for a, actual submersible and not pieces, I suppose. Yo, Moncada, high number. Adley New Era. So we'll have the last 4 boxes case tomorrow night. Brett Beatty, rookie. Oh, Hoppy, rookie. Walker Bueller, high numbered for the Dodgers. Morgan was seventh. RBI third. Brennan Davis, rookie. Excuse me. Wander. There he is. Crybaby Wander. Polanco Clubhouse Collection for the 20s. For Chris. Oh, Naylor. Alvarez rookie. Charles de Gaulle Airport opens. I don't think 1974 was a very interesting year by some of the insert cards in here. It's like, oh, look, an airport opened in France. Great. Gunner rookie. Oh, look, Rockefeller's the vice president. Hey, wonderful. Like, sometimes, like in the past, you see, so, you know, we land on the moon or this. They're not very interesting in this set. James Albin rookie. In other sea related news. Okay. I'm gonna mark that one down, Matt. Anyway, while we're having a cards from the deep, we can talk about baseball cards and ocean related news. That's so funny. Jaron Duran. Cade Cavalli rookie. That I would pay to see. Garrett Mitchell rookie. It's funny. It was actually, I don't know how many of you watch Deadliest Catch. Deadliest Catch is one of those shows that, like, I watch for a little while and then completely forget about. And then, like, a year or two later, I'm like, oh, wow, Deadliest Catch. Let's get back to that. You know, like, it's been on forever. And Tatis for the Padres. It's funny because in an episode recently, they actually had like a killer whale, like the big orca, like following one of the boats. And it was like so close to the boat, they couldn't drop the cages in the water. I was thinking to myself, you know, if those cameras weren't there, what they'd be doing to this whale? Those people are messed up. Yeah, it's true. It's funny, Robert, that you say that. I was actually thinking that after I said that. It might be one of the biggest things of that year. Now, I was only a year old, so I obviously don't have any memory, but like, well, Watergate, okay, that's a big one, obviously, but a lot of these inserts are kind of like, oh, Rockefeller was the vice president. Great. Like, who the hell cares? How long did Ray Kroc own the Padres for? I didn't know. I mean, that he was the owner. And not that I know a lot about Padres history or anything like that, but sure he didn't steal them like he stole McDonald's from those poor brothers out in California. You talk about a guy who made his way late in life. Kyle Freeland, high numbered. Like, he was like in his 50s when the McDonald's thing happened. There's a great movie, if you've ever seen it. If you haven't, it's on Netflix, called The Founder. And Michael Keaton's in it, and he plays Ray Kroc. And it's really interesting. I mean, he was, I mean, for lack of a better term, he was really kind of a dick. I mean, he literally stole these guys' business, you know. I mean, hey, not, I don't know. But if you see the movie, it's fascinating, the whole thing. But I mean, he was like, he didn't even get rich until he was much later in life. What do we got here? Tim Anderson. Oh, black and white. Tim Anderson, black and white for the Sox. Really? Yeah, I had no idea. Man, that dude made a lot of money on 29-cent hamburgers. White Sox is Ryan. There you go, buddy. Nice Tim Anderson. Future Hall of Famer Tim Anderson. Vinny rookie. Yeah, like, I mean, he was like a milkshake machine salesman or something when he met the guys who owned McDonald's, the first one in California. Um, Nick Madrigal. And I mean, he was a hard worker. There's no doubt about that. Like he was looking for something, but I mean, the brilliance to McDonald's wasn't McDonald's. It wasn't the food or anything. It was the fact that he owned all the property. Because it's funny, years later when I I worked for a company called Sullivan's and Del Frisco's, who at the time when I worked for them was owned by Lone Star Steakhouse and Saloon. So this was in the 90s and 2000s, early 2000s. And Lone Star was the parent company, and then Sullivan's and Del Frisco's was like the high end division of the company. And the guy who was the owner, I mean, it was a public company, but he owned controlling stock of the company. He was one of the big Pizza Hut guys. He was like the second largest Pizza Hut franchisee in the country or in the world. Cedric Mullins numbered 430 of 574. And really, the key behind all of it was they owned the property on everything. So, again, for those of you that are younger, won't necessarily know this, but in when Pepsi bought Pizza Hut back in shit, I don't even know when that was, to be honest, like the 80s. Basically, if you're a franchisee of Pizza Hut, you had to return everything to corporate, and then they sold it all to Pepsi. But he made a deal where he sold the company back, but he kept all the property. So Pepsi had to pay him rent for like, on every single restaurant. And that's how I mean, I met the guy many times and he told me that's how he made his money. That's how McDonald's made their money. If you wanted to own a McDonald's, they told you exactly where you had to open it. Chaz McCormick high numbered it. The burgers were secondary to the real estate. But that's why when I worked for them, like they would announce or they would talk about opening new restaurants and then they wouldn't happen. And when I first worked for them, I knew nothing about this. I'd be like, well, what happened to the Tucson, Arizona restaurant? Well, we couldn't find a property to buy because they'd only open restaurants on property they could actually physically own. Now, that company's been sold like 5 times over since then. So I have no idea the way it is these days. And I haven't worked there in 20 years, but it was interesting at the time. Brian Reynolds. Real Muto. So did anybody see the All Star voting today? I'm a little confused. Riley Green, what the phase 1, phase 2 thing is? Woodruff high number. Like I know Acuna and Otani got the most votes, so they're starters. But I don't. Now they're saying like a phase 2 is starting on Monday. What does that even mean? Like everybody has to vote again for these guys who already voted? Nolan Gorman. Can't they just make it simple? These are the best players. Adley rookie. You guys are in. The rest of you stay home. Yeah, yeah, that was a huge deal with McDonald's was getting your toys and those Happy Meals. Yeah, it's crazy. It's funny you say that. Well, now what's interesting about them is everything they sell, and I mean it's been this way for a long time with McDonald's. Everything they sell and use is all manufactured by them. Even like, because I knew some people who owned McDonald's for a while. Even like their fillet of fish sandwich, the fish they use, they have their own boats in Alaska that go out and catch the fish. They have factories that make straws and napkins. Like every single thing you see in McDonald's is manufactured by them. So they can keep their costs down to like nothing. All out of some stupid burgers. Like it's crazy. Who would have thought? I bet a lot of people wish they would have thought. Corbin Carroll rookie. The Burger U used to be out. Where was it? It was in Chicago, somewhere right outside of Chicago, because it was near where I lived at one point. Goldie Clubhouse Collection. They had like a burger university, and that's when you just have too much money. Like, we don't know what else to spend it on, so we'll just make a McDonald's university. Tovar. Quintana high numbered for the Mets. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, they own all that. Like the farms, the potatoes, yes, everything. The machines that the flat tops that they cook their burgers on. They own the company that makes it. They manufacture everything for those stores. And really, that's what McDonald's is now. Is they're just a wholesaler. Like the corporate is wholesalers to franchisees. All right, you want to open a McDonald's, you got to pony up a couple $1,000,000 and we'll fill the store up. And then anything you need from here on out, you have to order from us. And we'll take a percentage of your sales at the end of the day. But I'll tell you what, man, you want to be rich, own a couple McDonald's. Doesn't matter anywhere, man. Those things make a fortune. Which in this climate nowadays, especially food service, is not an easy. Well, it's never been an easy business to make money, and I can tell you that. I've been doing it for my whole life, but especially now after COVID and stuff. I mean, I think they're the only places that make money anymore. It's fast food joints. I'll tell you what, I'd give my right arm just to own one stupid Chick-fil-A. Those people are swimming in money on stupid chicken sandwiches. It drives me crazy. Every time I go by a Chick-fil-A and see how busy they are, I am just fascinated. I mean, I like Chick-fil-A, don't get me wrong. I'm like everybody does in this country, but I am amazed at how busy those places are. It is like stupid busy at those places. The quarry, and they told us they supplied the calcium carbonate that goes. Really? Yeah, you don't want to know what's in half of that stuff. I can't eat their burgers. McDonald's burgers, can't eat them. There's two. They put soy in their burgers, and as an extender. Brandon Crawford, high number, and you can taste it like that kind of smoothness to their burgers. Like that's exactly what it is. It's just like soy paste that they put in it to obviously keep costs down, but it trashes my stomach. Like I eat one McDonald's burger and I'm done for like 2 days. Wendy's, Burger King, I can go to those places, but yeah, I steer clear of McDonald's as much as I can, to be honest with you. And if you've ever seen Super Size Me, that alone should keep you far away from McDonald's. That was disturbing, that show. All right, guys. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do this without y'all, and I truly do appreciate it. Like I said, we'll be here all weekend. More Heritage, more Series 2. We got Donruss, and we got Panini 3 and 2, and we got Mega Boxes, and we got Blasters of Bowman. We got all kinds of stuff. So come and hang out with us if you can. It's oxy powder. You're right. You're probably right. It's probably exactly the same things they put on the cards. Oh, shit. All right, guys. Hit recap for 2022 Topps Heritage third case break number 8. I pulled a bunch of rookies out. We'll go through and check and make sure we got all the good ones. We'll take care of those guys. High numbereds. We had a bunch of them. Quintana, Woodruff. I'll just flip through them real quick. Usually we just do, like sleeve and top load the rookies or the stars if we need to or whatever. And they're short print, but not really short printed, but we'll take care of them. We had only relics tonight, which is disappointing. Clubhouse collection relics of Witt, Alvarez, Polanco, and Goldschmidt. We had the buyback Marty Payton, something like that for the Royals. We did have some great image variations tonight. We had the Nolan Gorman rookie and the Corbin Carroll rookie image variations. Tim Anderson black and white image variations. Joe Musgrove black border. Josh Smith to 999 and Cedric Mullins to 574. All right, guys. Again, thanks so much for joining me. I had a great time tonight. I hope you all did too. I hope to see you all this weekend. Hit that like and subscribe on your way out the door, and have a great night. Take care. Bye.